Hey guys, this is Miss Swenson. We're going to have a lesson today on counting equal groups. So our essential question is, how can you use equal groups to find how many in all? We're going to answer this question through this lesson. Your I can statement for this lesson is, I can model and skip count objects in equal groups to find how many there are. We're going to use modeling and skip counting of equal groups to find how many objects we're counting. There's some pretty important vocabulary that you need to know for this lesson. Equal groups. Equal groups is a vocabulary word that means to have the same number of objects in each group. So equal groups, because we know equal means the same value. Equal groups have the exact same number of objects in every group. Skip counting is the other important word we need to know. Skip counting is just a pattern of counting forward and backward. You already know how to skip count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We know all the songs. We can do all of that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Counting by threes, counting by fours. The best way for you to move into multiplication is to be able to skip count quickly, so work on your skip counting at home. Here's our first problem. There are 3 tulips in each of 4 vases. How many tulips are there in all? Okay, we know in all is our clue word. So what are we going to do? Add. That's right, we're going to add for this problem. Step 1. Think to yourself, there are 4 vases, so I will draw 4 circles. So I'm going to take these circles and I'm going to draw myself 4 circles. You would do this on your paper if you were looking at this problem. We're going to put out 4 circles. These circles are representing our vases. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 vases, because up here, each of 4 vases, we have 4 vases. Okay? Step 2. We need to think to ourselves, there are 3 tulips in each vase. In our word problem, we have the word each. Each tells you how many are going to be in each group. So we have our 4 vases, and now we need to draw 3 dots in each group. The 3 dots are going to be our 3 tulips. So I've already drawn some in here. Let's look at them. 1, 2, 3 in this vase. 1, 2, 3 in this vase. 1, 2, 3 in this vase. And I'll go ahead and draw 1, 2, and 3 in this vase. Once I've drawn all of my tulips into the vases, I'm going to move on to step 3. So, let's look at step 3. Step 3 says to skip count by threes to find how many in all. So let's skip count our tulips. 3, 6, 9, 12. Using skip counting, I don't have to sit here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you get to the bigger numbers and bigger multiplication problems, that's going to take forever. So skip counting is going to save you so much time. Count again. 3, 6, 9, and 12. So after skip counting, I can know something. I can know that there are 4 equal groups with 3 tulips in each group. So there are 12 tulips in all. So look at it again. There are 4 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. With 3 tulips in each group. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Does any vase have more than another vase? No, because if it did, it would not be an equal group. So there are 12 tulips in all. Let's take a look at a different problem. Tina has 7 Matchbox cars. Each car has 4 wheels. How many wheels do Tina's cars have all together? Well, we know all together means we're going to add them together. So Tina has 7 Matchbox cars. The first step is step 1. I need to think to myself, okay, how many groups am I going to have? Tina has 7 cars, so I will draw 7 rectangles to show my groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have 7 groups? Yes. Now I'm going to move on to step 2. So step 2 says that I need to think each car has 4 wheels, so I will draw 4 wheels onto each rectangle. Ta-da! I've drawn my 4 wheels on each of the rectangles to show the 4 wheels on each of her 7 Matchbox cars. Alright, so the next step is to what? Skip count. Now we skip count by 4s to find how many wheels we have all together. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. You see, skip counting is much easier than sitting here and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on and on and on. So you use your skip counting, guys. Practice it, practice it, practice it. So let's review. Our essential question, how can you use equal groups to find how many in all? Well, we did that. So you can skip count the equal groups by using drawers and counters. You can skip count the equal groups by using and drawing the counters. So, number 1 step, you need to look for the number of groups. Always look for the number of groups that you're going to need. Like we had 4 tulips and 7 Matchbox cars. Look for the number of groups. Then you need to look for the number in each group. Look for the number in each group. Clue, it may have the word each next to it. Each car had 7 wheels. There were 3 tulips in each vase. You need to also draw it out. If you don't draw it out, you're less likely to figure it out. You might skip something, you might not make sure that you have everything, so always draw it out. And that's also how you show your work. So, now you know how you can skip count equal groups and find out how many you have in all.